Previously on this season of Survivor Millennium Park. From the very beginning, the game was dominated by the Purple DM tribe. They won almost every challenge on day one. They found an immunity idol as a tribe within the first hour of the game.
You guys have your idol.
Yeah.
As a team.
As a team.
And since the merge, they've decimated their opposition.
Gene, tribe has spoken. The tribe has spoken. The tribe has spoken. The tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
And now, only 5 remain. Colin. One of the most well-liked members of his tribe, Colin started the game in a power position.
He's like just an easygoing, likable guy.
After the merge, he only had one thing on his mind: getting the DM idol out of the game.
What do we think about that idol? That's gonna be a weird issue at some point. We're trying to be like it's a team thing, but it's like.
And at the last tribal council, he finally got his wish.
This is a hidden immunity idol. No votes cast against Sarah will count.
And it cost him his closest ally.
11th person voted out, the 5th member of our jury. Tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Now he's on the outs, and will need to fight his way to the end.
At this point in the game, you can't trust anyone. If I immunity my way into the end game, so be it.
Gabby. This self-described introvert came into the game with a personal mission: to get out of her comfort zone.
Seize the opportunity this weekend!
Despite struggling in challenges and receiving votes at most of the tribal councils she's attended, her strong relationships have kept her game afloat. She's found her voice as one of the leading strategists in her alliance.
If anything, just spell her name right, it's C-O-R.
She was the first player to lock in a Final 3 deal. Her goal was to play a quiet, winning game, and she might just pull it off.
Gabby is gaining more power the longer she's in this game.
Spell it right this time.
Sarah. She came into the game with less Survivor knowledge than anyone, but is proven to be one of the savviest players of the season. She's been an expert at building relationships, including one of the strongest bonds in the game. She started on the outs, but made the right moves to improve her position in the tribe. But her skills as a game player have made her a target.
Adrenaline is pumping, nerves are up.
Drew. At the start of the game, Drew's entire tribe agreed that he should be the one to hold their hidden immunity idol.
I don't want people to be like, wait, why does Drew have it?
And he soon found himself in a powerful position as a swing vote. He's won 2 individual challenges, and just when others were starting to catch on to his strategy, he turned the tables. Now, the biggest obstacle between Drew and the title of Sole Survivor is his best friend.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Julia. She's the last remaining member of the Carpe tribe.
Obviously a little worried.
Her affable nature has made her a favorite among the cast.
I kind of want Julia to win.
I'm still Team Julia.
I'm rooting for Julia.
Her social game is fantastic.
I wonder if the people in the game are as afraid of Julia getting to the end as you might think they would be, given that so many of us from our original tribe are here as well.
And with the jury in her corner, she might just end the weekend with a victory party.
I'm not going out without a fight. Don't worry, America.
5 players remain. Who will seize the opportunity and claim the title of Sole Survivor?
All right, Gabby, Sarah, Colin, Julia, Drew, welcome to your next immunity challenge. Drew, first things first, gotta take back the necklace. Once again, individual immunity, back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you're gonna be doing a challenge mini marathon. Each of you is to start at one of these posts where you have 3 ping pong balls that you need to balance on a spoon. You've got to get it across the field to your designated station, put it in the bucket. Once you've completed all 3, you move on to the second leg of the challenge, which is a ring toss. You'll throw rings onto the target. Once you land all 5 rings, you come back here to solve a tangram puzzle. There is no diagram for this. You just have to get it in the shape of a square. Pretty simple, right? Sure. All right, we're gonna draw for spots, get you all situated, and we'll get started. Good luck. All right, the stakes are high, guaranteed spot in the final 4. Survivors ready. Go! Gotta get 3 balls across. It has been a long day, nobody wants to lose. Julia with 1 ball across. Sarah's got her foot, she's good. Colin's good, Gabby's good, Drew's good, everybody's got 1. Sarah drops, gotta go back to the start. Julia with her second ball. Colin's good, Drew's good, Gabby's good. Everybody on ball number 3, Sarah working on number 2. Julia, made it look like she does this every day. Julia across, moving on to the ring toss. Colin's good, good. Sarah's good. Gotta go back to the 3rd ball. Drew's starting up the ring toss. Any of this is just grab. Drew's got 3. Julia's got 1, Colin's got 1. Gabby moving on to the ring toss. Very close. Sarah moving on to the ring toss. Gabby's got 3. Gabby's back in it. 3. Colin's got 3. Gabby with 3. Check. Drew's good. Drew's moving on to the puzzle. Colin's got 4 on there. 5. Check. Colin's good. Moving on to the puzzle. Sarah with 2. Gabby's got 4.
Yes. 3.
Sarah's got 3. Not on. Gabby's good.
Oh my god. What is the thing to this? What is the trick? I'll launch it. Oh.
Julia narrating herself. Sarah? Sarah! So good.
new ring toss.
Nice job, Sarah.
Oh, congratulations, Sarah.
Sarah, come on up.
Yes, Sarah.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Sarah, guaranteed 1 in 4 shot at winning this game. As for the rest of you, nothing but a visit to Tribal Council where one of you will be the next member of our jury. Send you back to camp, give you a little time to strategize. We'll see you soon. Good luck.
It's getting pretty tough deciding who's gonna go next. It's becoming more of an individual game. It's definitely in an individual game now, and even though we're working together, we're all thinking about ourselves.
Do we need to have anything left in our tanks? Because I don't.
That's it. Julia is the last Carpe. She has a huge chance of winning. She has a good story. And then Colin, if he wins immunity, then obviously me, Drew, or Sarah are on the outs. So we're trying to figure out which one to vote first. You, me, and Colin for Julia. And Drew and Julia go Colin. That's still the majority.
Okay, then if Julia goes, it's me, you, and Drew. And Colin. But Colin would be on the outs because we've already. I would like. I think the plan is me, Gabby, and Drew are going to vote for either Colin or Julia. It's really tough because we don't want to vote anybody out, but we're also thinking about who's on the jury. Julia is the only Carpe left, and so there are people who might vote for her because they already have a bond from day one.
Is Julia.
Yeah.
I feel like we could convince the other two, like, hey, she's gonna win at the end.
Yeah.
So in my ideal world, the next 2 votes go this way. I think it's Julia on this one because I think she wins if she gets to the end. She's the only person from the Carpe. Then I think you go Sarah. She had the big move where she idled out Jeff. She just won immunity. And then it's hopefully a final 3. And it's me, Drew, and Gabby. And I think I can beat them both. So that's my plan. See if it happens.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I guess we'll talk to the others.
Yeah.
See what their feels about. Okay, perfect.
Gabby and I were like, well, should we do Colin or Julia?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. I get it either way. I'm even having second guesses on whether Julia should make it to the end. This is a mean game, but she's my friend in this. And again, I could take her out with the 3 if that's what Gabby and Sarah want to do. And honestly, there could be another list on my resume. Like, I knew when to take out my strongest ally.
Yeah, I think we're on the same
I'm totally down to it. Yeah. I think it's very simple. Yeah. Again, I feel bad lying to Colin.
Me too.
Definitely, like a lot of the game, I've been kind of focusing on surviving to the next challenge. But me, Drew, Sarah, and Gabby have talked about a final 4, so it's not like this is completely out of the question either. I feel so bad. Every time you lie to someone, you feel like you got punched in the face, and you feel like an evil little dirtbag.
All right, welcome back to Tribal Council, everybody. Sarah, gotta start with you. Very well-earned victory.
Yes.
How did it feel to win that challenge?
Oh, it felt awesome and shocking. But it was really, it feels good. Yeah, I hadn't won it yet, so it's cool.
And Julia, you had a harder time at the challenge, but you didn't give up. What were you thinking while you were still out there on the ring toss?
You know, I say that's been a pretty good metaphor for my game, is that ring toss. I just knew that they were still doing the puzzle. I figure until that timer hits, gotta keep trying, plugging away.
Colin, how much does it weigh on you, the growing number of jury members, and try to think through that eventually they are going to take control of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a part in voting out quite a few of them. So I do have a little worry about, you know, their thoughts of me and how they're perceiving how I'm playing. So I think that's certainly something you have to manage as you move forward here.
I have a question I'd like each of you to answer, just a yes or no question. I've been pondering this weekend. Is Survivor a mean game? We'll go down the line, Julia.
No.
Yes.
No.
In the middle.
Yes.
Drew, you think yes, Survivor's a mean game?
Yeah. It's incredibly difficult to lie to people's faces. It's not something I'm used to in the real world. It just feels like almost against human nature almost, but it's part of the game and part of getting yourself forward. So even if I feel I'm not doing it maliciously, I just lied to someone and sent them home.
Sarah, you said no, not a mean game?
I think it feels really mean and terrible to lie to people or to withhold information from people, and that sucks. But I said no because that is the nature of the game. And because you expect that, and you know that everybody else is doing it to you too.
Yeah.
So then I think of it as a game and not as something personal, even though it does feel personal as well, which is why it's such a good game. Yeah.
With that, I think it is time to vote. Sarah, you've got the immunity necklace, unless you want to give it up.
Oh,
Please?
no, thank you.
All right. Cannot vote for Sarah. Everybody else is fair game. Julia, you're up first.
One more time, DM strong, just for the old time's sake.
All right, the votes have been tallied. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. All right, the votes. Colin. Julia. One vote Colin, one vote Julia. Colin. Two votes Colin, one vote Julia. Twelfth person voted out, and the sixth member of our jury, Colin. Colin, that's three, that's enough. Colin, tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Congratulations on making it to the final four. We're taking you guys out soon for your final immunity challenge. Good luck.
People are good liars and lied straight to my face, and it happens. Look, if you're gonna go out getting blindsided, it's probably the fun way to do it, so I can't be too mad at it. Gotta look at it as a compliment that they thought I was likable enough to the jury where I was gonna win the game if they didn't get me out now. So honestly, I'd like to go see Julia win the thing. I'm rooting for her. I hope she wins this next challenge. Let's hope there's no ring toss involved.
I would say if there was ever a time for me to pull out the stops and win an immunity challenge, this would be the one. Maybe I've been saving up all the skill for this one and I just don't know myself.
I feel like there's a strong Sarah, Gabby, and then Julia on the outside. And I could go Sarah and Gabby, make it an easy vote for Julia. Or I could go with Julia and tie it up. I might do that. So definitely interesting to see who wins immunity. That could change things completely.
All right, welcome to your final immunity challenge. First things first, Sarah, gotta take it back. Very much. For your final immunity challenge, we've created a pretty unique stacking competition for you. To get started, each of you is gonna take one of those red plastic solo cups. You will then place one paper plate on the solo cup. Then, you will place 2 solo cups on top of that plate. Once you have 2 cups on that paper plate, you will add a paper plate on top of those 2 cups. You'll continue, you'll go to 3 cups, 4 cups, and finally 5 cups with 1 plate on top. Once you have all 5 cups on the top level and a plate on top, call me over. We're gonna call 1, 2, 3. You gotta hold it without it falling. Then you win immunity. All right, everybody ready? For final immunity, guaranteed spot in the final 3, pitching your case to the jury. Survivors ready? Go. Julia working on the 4th level. Gabby working on the 3rd. Sarah working on her 3rd layer. Pick that cup up without dropping her entire tower. Start over. Sarah working on her last layer. Sarah's got a very precarious tower, but she is very close. Sarah's tower drops. Gabby working on her top layer. Bit of a learning curve with this one.
Dylan?
Alright, Sarah's gotta get that plate on top. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, you're good! Sarah!
I'm done with those. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Sarah. Back to back.
Oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god.
Sarah, guaranteed 1 in 3 shot at winning this game.
Ah!
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I won immunity again. That's crazy. That was a really tough challenge. I don't know how I figured it out, but I did, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be in the top 3. This is wild, and I never imagined I would make it this far, but we're gonna see what's going on. I need to talk to Drew before I know what's really going on. So, tough. I think, so you're closer to Julia.
Yeah.
You would probably like to see her in.
Yeah.
I think they're both threats for the jury.
I think
because I think Gabby has played a super solid, low-key game.
I agree.
And so, yes. So, but Julia has
Yeah.
Carpe, and I think that could be a cool, like, underdog story.
Exactly.
I felt like I had a flashback to the first challenge. I have wicked shaky hands.
Oh,
and the
with the
paddle.
paddles.
And then this. I was like, why? Why are we starting off and finishing with a steady hand?
Honestly, what we could do at Final Four, if it's a tie, it goes to a tiebreaker. So we could just let them play out.
You know what? He was I get quick with that last
tribe mates would say, like, oh, we stayed allied all the way to the end, and then we cut Gabby. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
This happened at my tribe too. When Eric had immunity, it was me, Jean, and Keith. So it was like me and Keith were like, okay, Jean. And then me and Jean were like, okay, Keith. Because it was like, that was the only option. Like, it was so weird.
All right, I would love to get into a lengthy question and answer session about the ethics of playing this game, but the sun is setting. So let me just say, do any of the four of you have something you need to say to the group right now before we go up to vote?
Love you guys.
Love you too. Everyone did awesome. So no hard feelings or anything.
No.
All right, Sarah, you got the immunity necklace. Surely you're not giving it up.
No. No.
All right. Cannot vote for Sarah. Everybody else is fair game. Julia, you're up first.
It's been real.
Definitely the hardest vote yet. Love you.
All right, the votes have been tallied. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Julia. Gabby. 1 vote Julia, 1 vote Gabby. Julia. 2 votes Julia, 1 vote Gabby, 1 vote left. 13th person voted out, the 7th and final member of our jury, Julia. Julia, tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Thank you. Yeah! Oh, I am feeling absolutely stoked. I cannot believe I made it this far. I had the time of my life. That was so awesome and so wild. I met so many nice people that were so awesome. Drew is my best friend outside of this game. Not anymore. No, I'm just kidding. He will remain my best friend. If anyone from the cast or crew wants to grab a drink, hit me up.
Gabby, Drew, Sarah, congratulations. You've made it as far as you can go in this game. Now the power shifts to the jury. 7 people who you had a hand directly or indirectly in voting out. We're going to give you a minute to collect your thoughts and then jump right into Final Tribal. Good luck. Gabby, Drew, Sarah, congratulations again for making it to Final Tribal Council. At this time, each of you is going to be given an opportunity to make an opening remark to the jury. This is your opportunity to explain to them why they should vote for you to win. I think the beauty of Survivor is that the 7 of them can use any criteria they want to determine who they want to win. After your opening remarks, we'll have each of them come up to ask you a series of questions. Gabby, you're up first.
It was great working with all of you, by the way, and it's great to see, you know, I know Purple was probably hoping 3 other people would be up here maybe, but Purple made it. We did it. We're here for you guys representing. I just want to say that I kind of played a quiet game. I was under the radar a lot. I feel like nobody was really threatened by me, which I feel like I played to my advantage. After the group, I sucked at all of the individual challenges, and yet I'm still here, which proves that it is mostly about social game. I've stuck with these two, I stuck with Colin and Jeff for pretty much almost the entirety. Like, we made it here together. Ask any questions you want. I feel like me playing under the radar worked. I wish I could have talked to some more of you before having to vote you off, but it was great working with all of you, and thank you so much to everyone.
Nope, just
Hi everyone. What do you think of Survivor? Outlast, outplay. I hope you see that I did that. I tried to keep myself somewhat in the middle of most of the votes so that I could sway it if I felt one decision was better than the other. I won challenges when I needed to. I feel like I was able to navigate through different parts of the game. One thing not a lot of people know is Julia is my best friend outside of this game. Voting her out just now was the hardest. And just to answer that question now, I knew there was Carpe on the jury, and I knew Julia had a great story, so I'm sorry, Julia, but I did have to vote you out. So yeah, so I'm just hoping you see that I was able to keep the people around me when I needed them, and I was able to cut off my biggest ally at the end.
I don't have a lot to say other than this has been so much fun. I've had a great time these past couple days. There's some of you I got to know more than others, unfortunately, but I got really good vibes from everybody. Something that I think is worthy of celebrating is that the three of us stuck together the whole time. Like, really, our team stayed together. I think Gabby played an amazing, quiet, under the radar game. I think Drew is super smart and good at challenges, and I'm just really happy that we're all here. Really, this has just been a blast. Yeah.
All right, jury, now your time to address our finalists. Jean, come on up.
Hi, congratulations, final three. I would love if you could speak to each other's strengths and weaknesses. So if you could talk about the other two people that are up there with you.
Strength for Drew, definitely he got really good at the challenges. He was really open to listen to other people's thoughts, and just honestly really personable guy. It's the weaknesses part is going to be hard because I've worked with these two the whole time. As for Sarah, very trustworthy person. Like she said, we stuck through it the whole time together, and I felt like she had my back. Same with me. I think weakness, even though like a quiet game got me through, I think she also played a little bit of a quiet game. Could have been a little bit more out there, but you know, it worked for us in the end. Maybe not in real Survivor.
So for Gabby, I'd say a huge strength is playing that under the radar game. Like she said, I don't think many people thought she was a threat when she in fact was. And I'd also say that probably was her weakness too, that her moves might not have been as showy, but they helped her get here and helped us get here also. And for Sarah, I would say strength is super personable, has great connections and great interactions, just a very genuine person. And I'd say the only weakness I can think of is maybe strategy. But again, with all of us, like, we kind of relied on each other where the others were weaker.
Gabby's strength was certainly her, like, under the radar gameplay and performance, and she's super smart. Every conversation I had with her, she was like on it. She knew what was happening in the game. Some might consider a weakness individual challenges, but I don't. Clearly she's here. Drew is really good at playing this game and super smart, and I think that's his strength and probably his weakness. I think people had it out for him at certain points because they were like, this guy's really good, but he's here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jean. All right, Keith, you're up. Hi everyone, congratulations, you're here, you made it. Interesting position. I talked to each of you once or less. And you were right to get Julia out, she definitely had my vote. Could we start with Sarah this time and go this way? What was your jury management strategy? How well do you think you managed the jury?
My jury management strategy was sort of the same strategy I had with everybody, which is just be as open as I possibly could, as consistent and reliable as I could throughout the game.
I would say for me is similarly getting to know everyone that I could. You and Jean, I didn't get to know as well as I would like to. I would have loved to work with you both, but it wasn't in the cards. But besides that, I tried to keep good relationships, tried to keep lying to a minimum, but did it when I had to.
I feel like mine was definitely just staying open and honest throughout the whole game. Unfortunately, like you said, there is some lying that had to go on, and we didn't get to know you, Jean, before we really made that decision. But yeah, just being open and honest and trustworthy, and hoping that, you know, the rest of the jury saw that as well.
Thank you all so much. Congratulations again.
Thanks, Keith. Eric, you're up.
Congrats. Let's keep it short. Gabby, please tell me something about your game that I don't know that you're proud of.
Unfortunately, the first Karina vote was kind of a me and Sarah thing. So as sad as that was to vote you out, Karina, I feel like that was kind of my biggest achievement of the game. Unfortunately, you know what? I did have to lie to people, and I'm a little proud of that. Not entirely, but it got me here. I'm proud that I'm here, and yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Thanks,
kind of scatterbrained.
Drew, when we were at roughly the final 7, final 8, Karina and I were easy targets. How did you see the rest of the game going, and how did you, in a nutshell, get yourself from that point of the game to here in the final 3?
Yeah, definitely. I would say after that, my goal was to get Julia and I as far as we could until we couldn't anymore. And I would say the 3 of us were able to pull Julia in. And again, I kind of had that strong connection with her to be able to vote out Jeff and Colin, which feels bad, but it was eat or be eaten, and we had to take the shot first. So.
Nice. And lastly, please walk me through how you ended up getting possession of the idol and playing it at the final 6.
So DM found the idol as a team early on yesterday, so we agreed as a team that we would keep it as a team. So we all knew through the day that it was in Drew's possession. Then Drew decided to give it to me during one of the votes earlier today. Karina knew that Drew had it. We didn't know what was going on with you and Karina, and so we moved it, basically. And I was sitting right next to him, so he just said, and our whole team knew that I had it then as well.
Got it. Thank you all. Good luck.
Hello, you 3. I'm hearing you guys talk a lot about how truthful and honest you all were. I beg to disagree. And this game is about lying. Gabby hit the mark. So very short and sweet, starting with Sarah. I would like to hear your most proudest lie where it clearly got you individually ahead.
Oh, that's such a good question. And I will say, Karina, I felt a really strong bond with you all day yesterday and did not want to vote you out. And that was really hard for me. And I already told you this. It was a last minute avoiding of a tie. And you would have done the same. You would have done the same to me. I would have. So, what was my proudest lie?
Yeah. Because you lied multiple times after that.
Yes. Have I denied that?
No, but you guys are all saying how truthful you're being. So I would like to uncover how maybe you weren't a little bit.
Did I say I've been truthful?
Sure, you can. Okay, Drew.
If I've said I've been truthful, that's my most proudest lie.
I mean, I kind of answered it. My proudest lie was that Julia was my best friend.
Right. Gabby?
Oh, my proudest lie. I've definitely lied. I don't want to be proud of any of my lies. I kept a really straight face when I had to tell Colin that we were voting Julia, and that was really hard for me. And it's only a proud moment because I kept a straight face because I really like you, Colin.
Like you too.
But yeah, that was probably the final one, other than your vote out.
Thank you all very much. Good luck. Well played.
Jeff, you're up.
Sarah, I'll start with you. Did you orchestrate the blindside against me, and how and why did you decide to do it that way?
It was a matter of you or Colin, and you seemed like you had been bringing up my name that vote, and also we thought you would continue to be good in challenges.
Okay, how did you know that I was bringing up your name?
My alliance. I mean, we were all an alliance, but we were stronger alliance.
Drew, was one time that you made a big decision to change the course of either a vote or the game at a high level?
I would say one time is I trust Sarah and her relationships so much that when we were going into that vote, the first time we voted Karina out, I pulled Sarah aside and was like, just so you know, Colin, Jeff, and Gabby had 3 on Karina. So I just thought it was more important for us to go into the merge 5 strong obviously Karina came back and like that didn't. But I would say building that trust with Sarah was huge.
Gabby, same question for you. What was one time that you changed the course of a vote or the game at a high level?
Yeah, I would have to say it was the Karina vote, because like he just said, it was you, me, Drew, and Colin, and Sarah was the one on the fence, and she had approached me after talking, and I think I kind of did a little bit of the convincing for her, so that was a major change in that vote.
All right, thank you. Congrats to you all. Good luck.
Thanks, Jeff. Colin, you're up.
I'll make it short and sweet. Congrats, guys, by the way. Awesome job. Like, really good stuff. My one question is for Drew. Just explain why you played a more strategic game than the other two. That you've mentioned that before. Just lay it out for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think going into it, Sarah was honest that strategy wasn't her strong suit and she wasn't a huge fan of the game. I also am not a huge fan of the game and I didn't let that on. Also, I would say that one example is when Sarah used the idol. I brought up to her, I was like, this is the time we can use it, you know what I mean? And then I would say for Gabby, I mean, what I can say is where she played, again, under the radar game, I was kind of more out there in my strategy.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Colin. All right, Julia, you're up.
Congrats, my loves. Okay, Gabby, can you tell me about the time you were most like scared in the game for your like maybe getting voted out or?
So my name did show up a few times in Tribal before, so that's always nerve-wracking is seeing that, especially seeing it twice. It's like, oh no, like they're on to me, I did something. So that kind of started at the beginning, it died down. Pretty much any time my name was in there, and I wasn't winning challenges, so I was like, well, if I'm not winning challenges and my name is coming up and I'm doing something that's upsetting people, I was like, oh gosh, like I'm in trouble. And that was like very frequently throughout this day.
Very fair. Drew, how do you think that your gameplay yesterday kind of impacted today?
I think just being DM strong at the beginning, we won the first few. We were able to bond a lot and go into the game with numbers, so that impacted it huge.
Sarah, what was your happiest moment during the game? It doesn't have to be like your best, but...
Oh, probably just now when we were doing our Real Housewives of Survivor slogans.
Here for a good time and hopefully a long time.
I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet.
The only straight I am is a straight up bitch.
I'll play as long as I can drink after.
That was very fun. Would love to hear all of yours as well.
Thank you very much. GG.
Congratulations to the three of you for getting through a pretty intense round of questioning. One by one, we're going to call the jury up to cast your votes. You are voting for a winner. Not voting somebody out, you're voting for who you want to win the game. Gene, you're up first.
Coming into this final tribal council, I felt like I was in the dark, and now I'm in the light. What a great game. Congratulations, and sorry I've been calling you Andy all weekend long.
Group of Final Four. I loved you all. I just think Drew voting out me was probably the smartest move he could have made. So gotta go with my boy. Love you, Gabby and Sarah.
Gabby, Drew, Sarah, congratulations again for making it to the end, and thank you to the three of you and our entire jury and the entire crew. Now let's say we see who wins this thing. These are votes for a winner. At this time, you want to see your name on the parchment. I'll read the votes. Drew. Gabby. Drew. 2 votes Drew, 1 vote Gabby. Drew. 3 votes Drew, 1 vote Gabby. Winner of Survivor.
What a ride. What a ride. I think I was really, really excited and happy to have made it to the final 3. I knew going into it that Drew would probably beat me. I think he's a really genuine, amazing person. I'm really happy for him.
Felt really good to be there with the 2 people that I had the alliance with. This weekend was really great. I'm exhausted, but it was a fun time, and I'm happy I made it to the final 3.
I just won and I feel amazing. Again, I'm a big fan of Survivor, so it's kind of nice to be like, oh, all these years of wondering if I'd be good at it, but I guess I'm pretty good that I just won Survivor Millennium Park 2. It's so much more of an emotionally draining game than I thought it was going into it, so I'm definitely gonna go home, decompress.
Thank you everybody for a fantastic season of Survivor. Be back for season 3 next summer.